Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi. So, welcome to the Motivation with Me podcast, final episode of season 4. So, this is going to be the final episode of season 4. Then 4 seasons. Then we'll move into season 5. Yes, I prefer to break them down by seasons. I don't know. It just makes me feel better about life. Don't ask me no questions. But this is the final bonus episode of, because I usually do 10 episodes in one season, but this 11. That's not the point. This is girl, if you don't fix it. This is the final episode of season 4. So then we'll go into season 5. Again, if y'all have any requests of things that y'all want to hear, topics that y'all want to talk about, please let me know. I don't want to be repetitive and keep talking about the same thing. As y'all can see, I've been doing this for 4 seasons, so that's almost 40 episodes. And I would prefer to talk about things that people actually want to hear. So if you have an idea, if you want me to talk about something, then you can email me at info at mirandaevans.com, MARANDAEV as in Victor, ANS.com, or you can find me on Instagram at Elements of Me and send me a DM. So anyway, let's get into today's episode. So this one was actually brought to me by somebody. Shout out to you. And we're going to talk about goals, but we're going to talk about goals and age. We're going to talk about goals and age because what I want y'all to realize and understand is that goals don't have an age on them. Hold on. One day I'm going to be able to do a podcast episode without clearing my throat, but goals don't have an age on them because, okay, let's say as kids, right? What do we always ask kids? What do you want to be when you grow up? Some of them say doctors, lawyers, cosmetologists, or more like I want to do hair. But when I was a kid, I actually wanted to be a cosmetologist, believe it or not. And then once I got into like middle school, I decided I wanted to be an accountant. Now, I am an accountant as an adult, so I did actually set a goal as a kid and did it as an adult. But as I got older, I became the founder of a nonprofit, a published author, the owner of a publishing company, and I started my own accounting company, which, okay, no, that was a goal when I was younger too. But that's not the point. That's not the point. I did things that I never thought I would do. Never imagined. You couldn't have told me as a kid I was going to be a published author. As much as I used to write, like I used to write like crazy, and I still do. You could have never told me that. I'd have been like, what? Like, what you talking about? Excuse me, y'all. But goals don't have an age. We're taught, especially on social media, that you have to figure out what your goals are at a young age, or even in your teenage years or your early 20s. Baby, let me tell you something. You could be 40 and set a goal. You could be 50 and set a goal. Goals don't have age on them. They don't have ages. You can start whenever you want to. You can start a goal whenever you want to. Stop listening to people telling you got to start something at 21 or 18 or 25. No, if you okay, let me break it down. I know somebody in my life, I'm not going to say who literally has no goals. Their goal in life is to be a parent. That is their goal in life. Is to be a parent. Miranda, why are you telling us this? Because you don't have to have these big goals. Like people think you have to have big goals, big careers. You got to be an entrepreneur. You ain't got to have no goals if you don't want to have no goals. Now some people really just want 9 to 5 jobs. Like literally some people, they want their goal to just be in a happy, loving marriage with a loving family and kids. And some people just want that. You don't have to be an entrepreneur. You don't have Your goals are your goals. And you can set those goals at whatever age you want to. Don't let nobody tell you that you got to have a goal by a certain date, by a certain time. And then on top of that, goals change. Okay, goals can change. Purpose, passion, all of that changes, especially as we get older. If you notice, for all of my, let's say, 30 and up, maybe 28 and up, have you noticed that maybe your goals have changed since you was 18 or 21? Even if you 40, let's say you pushing 40, have you noticed that your goals may have changed? They may have changed. You may have added to them. You may have taken away a goal that you had that you no longer want. Like, let me see if I can think about one. Okay, I can't think of one that I said and I don't want it no more. But you might have a goal that you set when you was 25, and now that you 35, you don't want to do that no more. Like, you might have had a passion back, like I told y'all. When I was younger, I wanted to be a cosmetologist. Now I won't even do my own edges. Baby, you can't pay me to do nothing to my hair. You can't pay me to do nobody else's hair. Y'all see me wear wigs. If you follow me on social media, you know I'm quick to put a wig on. Baby, I'm gonna slap that wig on. That's gonna be the end of that. I don't even like braiding my hair down to put the wig on. And I want to be a cosmetologist. Yeah, no. Matter of fact, that's a goal that I took away. There we go, right there. That's a goal where I was like, nah, that ain't my thing. And it's never too late to change your goal. Have I wanted to be an accountant my whole life? Yeah. But it's crazy. Me and my therapist was talking, and I always make the joke that I was a therapist in my other lifetime. And she was like, it's not too late for you to become a therapist. Like, it's not too late for you to go to school or to, get the hours, go through the process. You're only 30 years old. If that's what you want to do, like, things change. Passions change. She was like, you already got the personality, the experience, because I motivate people. I listen to people. I help people. So that's why I'm like, I was a therapist in my other lifetime, I promise. Because that's literally what it feels like sometimes without, excuse me, without the education. And she's like, "You can change your career path." And it made me think, like, because I did used to want to study like psychology and stuff like that. But again, things change. I loved accounting more, so I went into that field. But it made me kind of think a little bit like, wait a minute, you might be right. I love accounting, don't get me wrong, but it's a little tempting. It's a little tempting. Of course, I'm gonna pray about it and let God lead me, cause I might be okay just being a motivator. Cause then I gotta go. I gotta go through the whole school process and all that license and registration. No, I just want to say license and registration, please. But goals don't have an age. Goals don't have a time. They can change. They can grow. We got to stop letting society tell us what we can and cannot do. We got to stop letting society tell us, oh, now you got to have it all together. By the time you hit 30, you should have it all together. Like, you should already be reaching your goals. You should already know what your goals are. Your goals are set in stone, and that's what you go with. No. Even at 21, because, okay, let's see, you just got out of college, right? Let's say you just got out of college. Let's say you go to college for healthcare administration. Then you decide you want to be a teacher. That's cool. Like, it's nothing wrong with that. I know a lot of people who went to school for something that they're not doing. Like, they changed their goal. In college, okay, they graduated at 21 with a healthcare administration degree, then decided, I'm 35, I want to be a teacher. I want to be in education. I haven't taught, but I've worked at a school before in administration, and I have 2 accounting degrees. I decided I want to be in education. I want to work at a high school where I can help teens. Things change, especially as we get older. I know somebody, another thing, that is about to turn 30, and they asked me, how is your 30s? Because I'm gonna be 32. So I'm still a little early into my 30s. And she was like, "How is it when you turn 30?" I said, "You are going to realize a lot about life." 30 is the 30 years, that's when your life starts to really form. It's like in your 20s, you just kind of like having fun, living life, going with the flow. By 40, you already kind of set in stone, got your whatever it is you want to do all set, and maybe your kids may be grown, like, but your 30s is when you discover who you really are. For me, I can speak for me. Your 30s is when you discover who you are. You discover things about life that you did not know. And your back started hurting a little bit, but because I know my body just ain't bodying like it used to, coming from somebody who started a twerk team in college, but that's neither here nor there. But that is when you really like life makes sense, when you in your 30s. And you start to really get kind of grounded in what it is you want to do. And again, it may change, but 30s is like when it's like your eyes open. Your eyes open. You stop being easily influenced by a lot of things. Like, you start to kind of become your own person at 30 or in your 30s. So, like I said, goals don't have age, they don't have limits, they don't have time, and they can change. They can change. Passions change. Go for it. Do what it is you want to do. I don't care how old you are. Do what you want to do. Don't worry about what everybody else doing. Don't worry about what everybody else saying. How many times I gotta tell y'all that? Okay, I'm just trying to make sure y'all hear me. But that is my message for today. Again, I said this in the last episode and I'm gonna say it again. March 14th is the day that my father passed away, and on that date we wear purple. And you can post it on social media and hashtag purple for Randy. You can tag me, Elements of Me. And every year we sell an item. So this year we'll be selling socks, purple for Randy socks, and they actually pretty dope, y'all. They comfortable too. I'm just saying. But they're $20, and you can either cash app the Troubled Movement. You can Zelle info at mirandaevans.com, Miranda with an A, or you can go to victorianpublishing.com and order them there. I forgot to mention in the last episode, and I hate I did that, but if you use the code free ship, then you can get shipping for free. That's something I'm offering to my podcast listeners and my YouTubers. So you can do free ship and they will ship to you for free. Also, I am doing a painting raffle. I painted a pair of purple and black shoes or sneakers. And if you donate any dollar amount, then you will be entered into the raffle. You can donate $1, you can donate $2, you can donate 20. If you buy a pair of socks, of course, you're automatically entered into the raffle. But yeah, and the raffle ends March 15th at 5 p.m. So make sure you get your tickets in. And I must say that the painting is pretty dope. Okay. So, with that being said, those are my messages and announcements for today. And again, this is the last episode of the Motivation with Me podcast season 4. And I will see y'all, well, excuse me, talk to y'all in the next one. Bye.